This weekend, celebrations are taking place in Minnesota and across the country to remember the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. Good evening, everyone. I'm Karen Scullin. Today in Minneapolis, the conversation centered around the past and future of Black people in America. Babs Santos joins us live from the Convention Center with more. Babs?
Well, Karen, there was a smaller turnout today than expected, but things still moved forward despite the pandemic. And for those who did show up, they were able to participate in a conversation about how far they feel our country has come since MLK's time.
A small crowd came to the Minneapolis Convention Center on Saturday to kick off a weekend dedicated to celebrating the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I love Dr. King. He died for us.
In the crowd was Jabril Zero.
Well, he fought for our people. Anybody who fights for our people has helped the life of all living African people. But I just wish he had more time to get to where I believe he was heading.
Assassinated at 39 years old?
We were stunned. We were blown away.
If alive today, Dr. King would have turned 93 years old.
Well, we lost someone who was a source of inspiration.
On Saturday, a crowd celebrated his birthday with deep discussion, centered around a panel of activists and leaders, including renowned speaker Dr. Umar Johnson.
No leader since King has done what Dr. King has done. They've all talked, they've all collected a lot of money, but they haven't made the changes that he has made.
Fellow speaker, University of Minnesota professor August Mintz grew up in a world where everything was segregated, from hospitals to graveyards, a world he credits Dr. King with helping to transform.
I tell my students, I say, look at me. I say, you see who I am? I wouldn't be here at the University of Minnesota teaching, had we not been in the streets, inspired by what King was doing.
Dr. King inspired millions to mobilize, taking to the streets and demanding their rights. But even in 2022, for many, the work is far from over.
The further we get away from the passing of Dr. King, the more we realize how relevant he was to the Black liberation struggle.
And you might have noticed a familiar face on stage in our story today. Our own morning anchor, Don Stevens, helped moderate today's events. Right now behind me there are still plenty of vendors and other activities. They'll be here till 8 o'clock, so if you're at home, there's still plenty of time to come down and check this out. Live in Minneapolis, Babs Santos, Fox 9.